Hello, YouTube. It is me, Raina, and I am back. All right, so you already know Russell T Davis is back to showrun Doctor Who. I'm going to put the link in the description so you can read the whole article yourself. It's from the official BBC Doctor Who website, all official. So basically, what's happening here is that the BBC got Russell T Davis back for the 60th anniversary and a series beyond to showrun Doctor Who. Now, this is surprising. No one predicted this. I woke up this morning and I saw it on Instagram, and I had to check twice to make sure I was correct. And I was. I was flabbergasted, and I was confused, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this kind of makes sense." Because when you think about the anniversary specials, I think about the 50th and how great that time was in Doctor Who. Like, that was at Doctor Who at its peak, at its utmost peak, or the 50th. Like, everything was happening. And I remember Stephen Moffat, who was a showrunner at this time, saying that was the hardest time in his tenure because so much relied on that one episode, and it was just a lot going on that year. And I can attest to that because I followed it when it was airing. And so I think what they're trying to do here is to make this, anniversary special big and celebratory of Doctor Who's past, present, and future. Let's bring in someone who already had a past Doctor Who, already knows, the inner workings of the show. And yes, it still is pressure, but, we have someone who kind of knows the workings of the show. Rather than throw a new showrunner and a new doctor into this, let's have a new showrunner, and we're still going to have a new doctor, but at least you're going to have people there who knew the show before that can help this new doctor and new companion or whomever to come in and, do this big special. Because it's pretty huge. Because there's a lot of pressure that goes into it, a lot of money that goes into it. And so they want to celebrate it in a big way. And why not bring back, the first person who brought back the show back in 2005. So I understand it from that angle. And people who are saying that they brought him back to fix the show, or this is BBC ways of trying to bring him back to kind of play takes certain fans. It's like, it could be that. I could see that, and it might be that a little bit. But I don't think that's the big reasoning. I think it's just for the anniversary and maybe to lead off on that and to kind of, take another go at it, I guess, to be something different. RTD has done different things since Doctor Who has ended. They've, I've heard great things about his other shows, like Years and Years, and It's a Sin and everything like that. So it's interesting. So that's the positives. I personally, even though I understand considering it's a big anniversary year, I was hoping that we get a new showrunner that is somebody that was not with RTD, because even though Moffat and Chibnall have different, ways that they're writing the show, they have been there since RTD was on the show. So they're kind of all cut from the same cloth, basically. And I was looking for someone else who has not written for Doctor Who under RTD to come in and really shake up the show. So maybe hopefully that will happen after RTD's second era of Doctor Who. I can't believe I'm saying that. But I'm intrigued. I have hope that he will continue where Chibnall left off. And before anyone says, "Oh, Chibnall's era was horrible and, he'll change everything," no, he will not, because I follow RTD on Instagram. Brag. No, it's not a brag, but I follow him on Instagram, and from what I've seen from his Instagram, he's enjoyed Chibnall's era, especially Series 12 with everything. And yes, that includes the Timeless Child stuff. So you can guarantee that he's going to pick up where Chibnall left off. And I know it's a matter of taste for certain people with certain eras and everything. My personal favorite is Moffat's era. But I did enjoy RTD's era, of course, when I binged the show. Now, I don't have the same nostalgia for it as people, because a lot of people grew up with his Doctor Who. I got in Doctor Who back in 2012, so his Doctor Who was already over by the time I started watching anyway. But regardless, I still liked his era and everything. Just that my cup of tea was Moffat's, considering that was the one that was going on when I was really trying to binge the show and catch up with it. And I enjoyed that one more because I lived in it more than the other one. But regardless, I think for the anniversary and to celebrate the show, past, present, and future, um, I like it, and I think and I always say this with any change or anything with Doctor Who, if it brings in new fans, brings in old fans, brings in people who haven't watched or stopped watching or whatever, I'm great. That means more Doctor Who for me. Regardless who it comes from, I don't care. I still love the show. It's my favorite, one of my favorite TV shows, sci-fi shows of all time, no matter what. So yeah. So what are your thoughts about this announcement? Who do you think you would pick for the next Doctor? People already have certain women in mind. Yes, I said woman. People think that, oh, Jodie Whittaker and the female Doctor has failed when that's not the case. And plus, RTD loved Jodie Whittaker's performance. He loves Jodie Whittaker as an actress anyway, and loved her as a Doctor. And also, he loves Chris Chibnall's era. So keep that in mind, people who want to, do whatever. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Leave your comments down below, and bye, YouTube.